Coming up tonight on Murrow News 8, punches have been thrown at the Benghazi hearing, but no one has landed the knockout.
Plus, Back to the Future's prediction of the Cubs winning the World Series turns out to be a bust.
And if you got puppy fever, this month is the month for you. Those stories and more tonight on Murrow News 8.
From Studio B on the campus of Washington State University, this is Pullman's only nightly newscast. This is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Wenqing Cui.
And I'm Jeremy Saragar. Thanks for joining us tonight.
As the long day turned into night on Capitol Hill, the Congressional Committee investigating Benghazi continued grilling the security of the state and now presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. Murrow News 8 Kalinda Kendall has been following the hearing and is now in our newsroom with the details. Kalinda?
That's right, Wen. It's been a long day for both Hillary Clinton and the committee members, with raised voices between committee members and a steady stream of questions for Clinton. To the 2012 Benghazi attack that resulted in 4 Americans dead.
You know, I've thought more about what happened than all of you put together. I've lost more sleep than all of you put together.
Shots were fired and tempers flared as both political parties battled back and forth. Democrats have argued that the Benghazi committee is being used as a ploy to take down Clinton.
The Select Committee has spent 17 months and $4.7 million of taxpayer money. We've held 4 hearings and conducted 54 interviews and depositions.
Questions were thrown regarding Clinton's use of her own email server. The Clinton committee continued to fire back. With the Benghazi tragedy looming over the presidential campaign, it's not yet certain how this will affect Clinton. And the hearing ended an hour ago, totaling over 11 hours of testimony. Back to you, Wen.
Thanks, Kalinda. Back on this coast, the University of Washington Center for Human Rights was broken into yesterday. The robbery took place 3 weeks after the center sued the CIA for information related to the massacres in El Salvador in the 80s. Center Director Dr. Angelina Godoy has said over 90% of this information on the research in El Salvador was stolen. There is a speculation that the 2 events are related, but no physical evidence. The University of Washington Police is investigating.
2 Lewiston police officers are injured after accidentally being shot in the department's basement in the end of SWAT team training session. According to the Lewiston Tribune, it is unclear how the gun went off, injuring the hands of the officers. Both officers will make a full recovery. Police have arrested a man they believe shot a father and son in Auburn earlier this week. 17-year-old Angel Morales and his father Mark Rivera were sitting at a bus stop when an Acura pulled up and someone opened fire. Morales died at the scene and his father died at the hospital. In Europe, migrants and refugees have one more thing to worry about as they cross through nations like Serbia and Croatia to escape turmoils in their home countries. Wintry conditions make a potentially deadly environment for families trying to get deeper into Europe. Officials say many lack proper shelter and supplies as temperatures fall to the 40s. A UN commission distributed blankets, energy bars, and bottled water, but said the situation is a miserable wait and dangerous for children.
Planned Parenthood will get a makeover in Spokane. The $5 million facility will be replaced on one of its existing health centers and will be relocated just east of the current building. Planned Parenthood is currently working on to re-establish its service in Pullman after their clinic was damaged by arson in September.
If you're looking to adopt a dog this month, Murrow News 8's Scott Brewster showcases some of the local dogs looking for a new home.
October is National Adopt a Dog Month. For anyone looking to adopt a dog in the Pullman-Moscow area, there are plenty of dogs needing a home at the Whitman County Humane Society. One of the dogs is named Spock.
He is a pit bull husky mix. Huskies in general tend to have pretty high energy and they do tend to escape. So he would need to go to a good home that'd be willing to give him lots of exercise, love, training, kind of get some of that energy out.
Another dog looking for a home is this Jack Russell Terrier, conveniently named Jack. He has been at the shelter since September. His previous owners no longer wanted him.
He was pretty obese when we got him. They just didn't know how much work a Jack Russell Terrier is. They're a very high energy little dog. That being said, they didn't really teach him any tricks or anything. He's not housebroken, so he would need to be taught how to go potty outside.
If you can't adopt one of these dogs but you still want to play with them, sign up to be a volunteer dog walker here at the Whitman County Humane Society by emailing shelter@whitmancounty.org. For Murrow News 8, I'm Scott Brewster.
Well, if I didn't already have two cats, I would definitely adopt a dog.
Talk about puppy fever after the break. Kobe will have the weather.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
We know it's fall when they blow the sprinklers here on campus.
Oh yeah, and the colors are starting to turn orange, just in time for Halloween. Colby, what's the weather going to look like towards the end of this month?
You know, Jeremy, the weather's actually looking pretty good. Right now we got a pretty chill evening, but you know, the further we inch towards winter is the farther we get from summer. Moving on to tomorrow, we're looking at another fairly warm morning, which will carry on into a warm afternoon. And then it will cool down in the evening like it has been as we get closer to fall and winter months. And we move on to the state map. We're looking at cloudy, cloudy west side and temperatures in the low 60s, just like yesterday. We move into central Washington and we got some hot temperatures. This is where the hot side of the state is. And we're looking at low 70s and high 60s. And then we move on to our side of the state and we're in the low 60s, but the sun is shining, which is always a good thing. As we move on into the 5-day forecast, we got sun, sun, sun. As you can see, coming into the weekend, we got very sunny days along with great 60-degree weather. And the Seahawks aren't playing on Sunday, so you don't have an excuse to stay inside. Also, the sun will carry on into the week as well. That's all the weather I have for you tonight. Coming up after the break, Hannah Ray Lambert tells you which former USA pole vault champion is now taking the talents to the Palouse to coach.
Welcome back. I'm Hannah Ray Lambert with your latest in sports. Red Jackson will play tonight against the 49ers, despite being involved in a car accident on Wednesday. After being examined by team doctors, Jackson is fine and ready to play. This is the second car crash the Seahawks are dealing with after fullback Derek Coleman was involved in one last week. The Seahawks and 49ers are currently underway on Thursday Night Football in San Francisco. The NFC West division rivals are neck and neck going into the third quarter. The Seahawks are leading by a score of 17-0 thanks to a 1-yard run by Seahawks running back Marshawn Lynch and also a touchdown by Tyler Lockett. Should be an exciting finish. And 9-time USA track and field champion Brad Walker is vaulting on to the WSU coaching staff. Walker is the new track and field assistant coach for pole vault and high jump. Director of WSU cross country and track field Wayne Phipps says Walker is the most accomplished male pole vaulter in U.S. history. Walker was a member of Team USA in the 2008 and 2012 Olympics. That's all your sporting news for tonight. After the break, Murrow News 8's Kevin Fisher tells you where you can get your hands on a new Seahawks jersey.
Son, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
The Seahawks are off to a slow start, but fans now have a new location to grab some gear. Murrow News' Kevin Fisher took a field trip to learn more.
The Spokane Valley Mall made history earlier this month by opening the location of the first official Seahawks Pro Shop not located in the greater Seattle area. Now fans across the state from the home team have easier access to show their sports pride. Jimmy Graham was the big-name addition to the team this offseason, and store officials say fans just can't get enough of his jersey.
As a personal Spokanean, super excited. You know, finally we don't have to drive 4 hours to grab some Seahawk product.
The number 12 fan jersey and other popular players can also be found inside the store. If jerseys aren't your thing, other merchandise is available so you can unabashedly show your confidence to the world.
Come on, we're going to win the Super Bowl, kid, you know? I think we're doing really well. I think it's just going to take a little bit of time for us to get back into the rhythm of things, especially now that Cam's back in the picture and our defense, the Legion of Boom and everything like that. But I think we're going to do really well. A little bit of a slow start, but hey, everybody in the league this year has done that. But I expect great things this year.
The new CX Pro Shop is now open on the first floor of the Spokane Valley Mall. Be sure to come check out the store before the season ends. For Murrow News 8, I'm Kevin Fisher.
There will be a new character walking through Sesame Street. Her name is Julia and she is autistic. Sesame Street has been working with organizations such as Autism Speaks and Autism Self-Advocacy to help reduce the stigma of autism. The producers want to get feedback from the autism community before Julia makes her TV debut.
That's all your news we have for you tonight.
Join us every night at 7 and 10. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for watching.